Hey everyone, this is Julien from Memory Cards. I'm back playing some Hearthstone, and I wanted to do something that I've been thinking about for a few days. I recently did a video about the new expansion coming to Hearthstone, which is called Witchwood, and in that video I talked about how, with Hearthstone, it's a game I come back to, usually when a new expansion comes out. I'll play it for a few weeks, and then I'll kind of just move on. I'll get distracted. I'll play something else. There's many games that come out, and so my attention just gets sucked into something else. Hearthstone is not a game I play all the time, and therefore I'm kind of a noob. I'm not as good as a lot of players who maybe play this every day or just have the mind for it, right? And one thing that I've learned over the past couple years, we'll say, is that my favorite class to play as, which is shaman, has sucked. It has not been good. And that seems to just be common knowledge. It just seems like there's something missing in each expansion. Or they're trying to push something that doesn't work. Like with Frozen Throne, we had the free shaman cards, and they tried to make free shaman a thing. And by them, I mean like the creators of the game, the developers of the game. And then we had Kobolds and Catacombs, which had this mechanic where it focuses on summoning totems. And if you have all 4 basic totems on the board, you can summon Alakir the Windlord, which is an 8-cost 3/5 with charge, taunt, wind fury, yada yada yada. None of those worked at all. And so when people play Shaman, it's either Jade or Evolve or Jade Evolve, like a combination of the two. And so what I've been trying to do lately is just to experiment and play around. I've been making Shaman decks over the past week or so and just seeing what works and what doesn't work. And what I've found is a lot of stuff doesn't work. And also my skill level is not where it should be. So disclaimer, this is a pretty casual video. Don't take it too seriously. I just built a couple decks that I'm going to showcase and maybe do it over the course of a couple videos. So yeah, let's take a look at them. So the first one here is a Battle Cry focus deck. One of the cards that we got in Kobolds and Catacombs is the Murmuring Elemental, which is like Bronzebeard Light. It makes it so the next Battle Cry that you play that same turn after you play this will trigger twice. Bran had a constant effect. It just made all your battle cries trigger twice as long as he was on the board. This, you gotta play it and then play a card right after. So you have to keep that in mind. At the minimum, this is something you can maybe play on turn 4 or turn 3 if you have the coin. But this is a more late game for big board presence. It's early game, it's not as effective. Maybe if this was a 1-cost card, it would see more effective play. I mean, this card is used still in pretty much all Shaman Jade decks now. But if this was a 1-cost card, it would definitely be seeing more play, because then you could obviously do more earlier with it. But I wanted to build a deck that more or less focused around it, but also had some just fun other cards that maybe are underused. So the crux here is it's more of a rush OTK-ish type deck. I have Bloodlust here, and the idea is to get a big board full of a bunch of stuff, whether it's just Murlocs from your Primal Fin that you can then buff with a turn 6 Murmuring and then Defender of Argus. I also had the Fungalmancer, so you could go like a turn 7 Murmuring and then Fungalmancer and buff a bunch of stuff. And then the Sneaky Devil also. Sneaky Devil, I don't know if that's getting any play at all. This was a Kobolds card as well. And I have it in there just for the board presence in the background and to get some buff. So anyway, the overall idea here is just to get a bunch of board presence. Ravasaur Runt out, you can adapt if you have 2 others. That's easy with Primal Fin. Zola, you maybe could bring back the Defender of Argus or another Sneaky Devil. Things like that, the Fungalmancer. I was thinking of maybe switching out and adding a Bone Mare in here later, but after the nerf, I mean, Bone Mare is still effective, but at what it was at the 7-cost, it was way better, obviously. So I haven't tested this one out. I'm going to show you the other deck, and then we're going to try this one first, but let's look at the other deck. So this one is focused more on overloads than on the Battle Cry. aspect. I wanted to use some of the overload cards from the new expansion in here that probably don't see a lot of play, like Crushing Hand. And I'm not even running the Snow Fury Giant. I only have one of them, and I don't really want to dust anything or buy any packs right now to get dust. I only have 80, so there's no way I'm going to get a Snow Fury Giant anytime soon. But anyway, the idea is similar to the other deck I just showed, but this one focuses more on the OTK aspect than the previous one, because I have the Lesser Sapphire Spellstone here. What the idea would be is to get those in hand earlier while I board clear with some of these overload cards, i.e. Volcano, Crushing Hand, and then I will get a bunch of the Flame Wreath and then I will get a bunch of these 4-drop 7/7s on board, and then use my Sapphire Spellstone. I have no idea if this is going to work. Probably not, but I don't know. We'll see. So I think I'm going to start off in casual right now. My rank is nothing to write home about, and I really don't care if I lose games in ranked. But I think in casual it'll be a little easier for testing. So let's start off with the Battlecry deck. Okay, Shaman on Shaman. Is this going to be a Jade Shaman? This is casual. Maybe they're experimenting like me. Maybe they're trying to get into some weird shit. We'll find out in a second. I don't want really any of this. Actually, I'm going to hang on to the Sneaky Devil, because I'm really interested in to see how it interacts with everything else. I mean, it's not hard to take out. It's a 4-mana 2/2. That's a horrible stat line. And the effect is interesting, but with the amount of board clear stuff that affects even stealth minions, it's just, I don't know if it's played in any deck. It's a cool card though. And I like the design of him. Little sneaky devil bastard man. So this is an obvious play, right? Too obvious. So maybe a Murloc Rush Shaman or something, being that he's using Knife Juggler. Get rid of that. Okay, depending on what he plays here, it's either going to be Jade Lightning or Sneaky Devil. So this is a good example of Sneaky Devil potentially being good in a deck like this, is that if I am going to be able to play it here. And then I got my Thrall Seer, which is nice. And then I can clear this, get 2 damage on the face. It'd be cool to build like a Rush Shaman deck that has Sneaky Devil there, because there are some cards in the Kobold set that it's clear they're for almost like a Rush buff scenario. Like there's the Boisterous Bard, and there's cards that, like the Fungalmancer, the buff, you know. So let's see. Do I want to Flame Tongue and take that out, or should I Jade Lightning and take that out? Probably the Jade Lightning. And then get rid of my taunt. So in this scenario, something like a Bloodlust would be fantastic on the board, you know? Because then I got a 6, 5, and another 5. It's good damage. So I could coin out Murmuring and Fungalmancer if I so wanted to, which might not be a bad idea, except my board placement isn't great because I don't want Sneaky Devil to be unstealthed. Or I could just Flame Tongue. Yeah, the Sneaky Devil placement is not good. Should I could Zola it, get another one. Why don't I do that? Actually, no. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna clear this. I'm gonna Murmuring, and then I'm gonna Zola. So then I get my 2 Murmuring Elementals back. And I'll leave it at that. So now I'm set up for a definite Fungalmancer play next turn, as long as he doesn't clear the board, which he very easily could. But 7 mana next turn, Murmuring, Fungalmancer, right in here. And that should be pretty good. I still don't understand what his deck is going for, though. I mean, he hasn't... This could be Evolve Shaman. I mean, in my early... or in my Evolve decks that I was running after Frozen Throne, I was obviously playing Serenite, Chain Gang. So, is he gonna kill my Zola here? Okay, now is the question on if I want to still do the play I was thinking of, or figure something else out. I think I still want to do the play, this one here. That's pretty good. So let's take out this, and then this. And we'll see what he does. He probably, if he's running any Jade Lightnings, will take out Stealth. Or not the Stealth. What is this called? Sneaky Devil. I'm not doing too bad. I have another Murmuring and another Fungalmancer. I can go pretty hard. Oh, so he's going to go for the Evolve. Okay, as long as he doesn't have Taunt here. Spirit Echo. Okay. Alright, I'm set. This should be good. So, what do I want to buff up? Here. Let's do Murmuring, Fungal, 10, 7, 6, 2. Lethal. Okay. So that is an example of this deck working precisely how I want it to. Will this work in any ranked capacity? Probably not. That was like the perfect example of me getting the right cards and my opponent either not having the right cards to begin with, or just not drawing them, or having a bad deck. But my deck worked perfect there. I still don't feel like I really got to showcase what this deck is all about and how it could work in other ways, but that's okay. And we're going to move on to the next deck. Pally. I wonder what the good Paladin decks are right now. I honestly don't know. Spiteful Summoner, I heard, is a card that is being played a lot right now. Okay, so this is the Overloads deck. And the Sapphire Spellstone is something you kind of want in your hand early on, because a lot of the stuff you want to rely on is board clear, overload cards. But I do like all these totems. I have all the 3 totems I want that are the crux of this deck, but I'm not really sure what is a good high priority, what the high priority cards are right now, and what you mulligan. I'm just going to keep everything. And then I'm going second, so if I wanted to coin out the Primal Fin on turn 1, that might not be a bad idea, because then I can Flame Tongue Totem on turn 2 and deal with whatever he puts out. Which, I'm not sure. Who knows what type of Paladin this is, whether it's like a hand buff deck, a taunt focused deck, an OTK deck.
Let me think.
So, just Flame Tongue here. Get some damage. I have my Crushing Hand also, which means I'll get an instant upgrade on my Sapphire Spellstone as soon as I use this. And I also have my Bloodlust here, but depending on what he does next turn, it's probably going to be the Manatide Totem that goes out. And if he's like every other Paladin deck, he's going to have Consecration. So turn 4, that could be painful. So I would definitely just need to get rid of that right away. Where do I want to place the Manatide, though? Right here. So it has some damage. So I could, depending on if he clears this at all, you know, I'm getting close to a Bloodlust on turn 5 with a big board, and then... Okay, so there's his Consecration. So he takes out 2 of my Murlocs, which isn't terrible. I still have all my stuff here. I may try to roll. Yeah, I think the only real play actually is to roll for Healing Totem. I got Taunt though. That's okay. And do I want to evolve any of this? No. Whoops. Call to Arms. Okay, so it's Call to Arms deck. This is a pretty popular deck. He got his Knife Juggler, and he got his Dry Gulch. Okay, so I've seen this deck run recently. Let's see. So I could Wicked Witch Doctor. You know what? No, I'm just going to clear this board. Get rid of all this shit. And then, where am I? My last. So that was, I just need to upgrade that one more time. So I still need to pull my Flame Wreath Faceless out, which is super important for this deck. Now the problem is I don't have my Primal Fin anymore, which is also super important, but there's nothing much I could do there. So I'm down to 4 mana here. And he's got a nice Divine Shield side of the board. And he could go Blood Knight next turn if I don't deal with this. My hand is looking awful right now. This is really bad. So there's my Flame Wreath, but if I play it here, it's just going to get bombarded by these Silver Hands, and then whoever knows what he has in his hand. So what I'll probably just do here is just get a Totem, and maybe I'll get a Taunt Totem. No. I'm not even going to evolve it twice either. I'm just going to hang on to it. Maybe, I don't know, he'll probably hit it, get it out of there. I was thinking that maybe I'll play my Flame Wreath and then I can at least buff it once. But probably gone. But the idea, how this deck would function, is to upgrade the hell out of this Sapphire Spellstone. And then get a bunch of these on the board. And then Bloodlust. And game over. But as you can see, this isn't great what's happening. So unless I pull my other Volcano, this is probably a big fat L. Unless the Volcano pops out. And even then, I'm not entirely sure I would be salvaged. Because this is hurting right now. Yeah. Okay, well, might as well just mess around here. And then that's a well played, sir. Okay, so that deck did not run well at all. Okay, so obviously that didn't work how I wanted it to work, but I did think of a fun synergy that I can add here, and what it revolves around is this Unstable Evolution card, because with Wicked Witch Doctor, every time you play a spell, you summon a new totem, right? Random totem. Unstable Evolution is a spell that repeats itself as long as you have the mana for it. So if you have 5 mana, you can use this spell 5 times. So that would be 5 totems on your board. Garrosh. This should be a good opponent for this. Do I want to start off with my Sapphire Spellstone in, do I want to mulligan that? I think I want to mulligan it. And I want to just keep my totems. And see if I can get maybe a Wicked Witch Doctor. Okay, Thing from Below is good. Healing Rain. I only have 1 Healing Rain in this deck. Should be all I need. But I know that this card is seeing some decent amount of play right now in the current Shaman meta. So we'll coin out the Primal Fin, just like we did before. And then Flame Tongue on turn 2. See if this is... it's not often I go up against Warriors. I think that they're being pretty underused right now. But I do know that... I don't... Is Dead Man's Hand Warrior still getting play? Let me know in the comments, because... that was such a meme deck, but I know it's actually seeing some decent play. Please, I encourage you, because this is going to help me, to go into the comments and tell me everything I did wrong. I need it. I need someone to say that. I have no one over my shoulder who's a Hearthstone expert, so please be that for me. Go down in the comments right now and tell me every single mistake I've made in this video. Help me be a better player. Be constructive, though. Don't just be a jerk. Okay. So nothing to overload. Just gonna hero power, probably, unless I draw out my Mana Tide Totem. Perfect. I don't see any other play other than that. Cool, so we got my Flame Wreath. There's that squid face boy. Sometimes I look at the card art and I forget, or I remember what it actually looks like, you know, because I spend so much time not even looking at it, just the name. And let's see. Do I want to play my Flame Wreath now? I could, and then just unlock my crystals next turn. That might not be a bad play, actually. Let's do that and see what he does. Because he's got 3, 3, and 6. You can put 6 on that, but that's 7 damage to his face. Unless he wants to charge that into here and then do an execute. Oh, he's just going to slam it. And then probably execute it, is my guess. Surely that is his plan. Great. So I guess I'll just Eternal Sentinel, unlock, and get my Thing from Below out. And then I got my Flame Tongue, but this isn't what I want. I need my Primal Fin back. I feel like I need that back. I need it. I miss that he played I Know a Guy. That's an odd choice. I don't think that card is seeing any play anywhere. Okay, so let's drive this guy into there. Trade. Thing. Well, no. Flame Tongue. Then Thing. And then my extra totem. And then I could Bloodlust and wreck his face next turn, provided that he doesn't do something like damage all my minions, and then sleep with the fishes them. Did I call it? Could brawl. Lots of options. What's he got? A Wax Elemental. So that takes two of my attackers out of the equation, so I can't really Bloodlust effectively on my turn. And he did get 8 armor, so. I could devolve in Bloodlust. Maybe I'll get a Wicked Witch Doctor. We'll see. Totem. 3 totems on the board. Primal Fusion this. Don't want to do that. Save it. Save that whole hand. Because this next card that I draw is going to be super important. Very, very important. Because maybe I'll get my Witch Doctor. One of the things I may add into this deck is giving my minions Wind Fury, whether it's the minion or the card, the 2-cost spell. So I definitely am devolving here. Absolutely 100% devolving these. Weasel Toddler. Okay, how much am I getting if I primal and then Bloodlust? Let's just go for it. This is what this deck's about. This is what this deck's all about right here. Boom. Boom. So he's definitely going to want to get rid of my thing from below, obviously. And if he leaves anything on the board, I need 2 minions on the board at least. Okay, need more than that. He's going to go for instant taunt. Hopefully something low level. If I draw Weasel Tunneler next turn, in before Weasel Tunneler though, so here's where I'm at now. I could unstable this all the way up. I could totem and unstable that all the way up. That's where I'm at now. It's risky. I think I'm going to totem here Totem hero power. And that's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do, because he doesn't have a huge hand either. He's limited. He's not going to do any major board clear here. He maybe play big minion, but I can volcano. Wait, what does this guy do again? That's when that minion deals damage, he gets the armor. Okay, so there's a thrall. That's not terrible. Let's just volcano though and get rid of all this stuff. So his hand is super small also. I'm gonna be down 2 mana crystals next turn. But what I really need is my Flame Wreath Faceless. Flame Wreath Faceless. Wow, that is definitely an awful card. But buffed to 6/6. That's hilarious. Start your turn, attack a random enemy. Okay, well, I guess I kind of just want to totem here. And then thrall it. There'll be 3 costs. Maybe I'll get a poison. Actually, you know what? I have 2 of these. Let's just go for it here. That's not bad, but I need to keep going. I gotta run this through, all the way through. Nope, don't want that. Don't want that. I need something that can kill his minion he's put down at a 5/5. No, this better be it. 4/8. Okay, that sucks. Can he attack with this too? Yeah, he can, right? Okay. Because I know that there are cards that have like 50% chance to attack their own enemy, or will only attack on its own and you can't attack for it. I think that exists, right? I don't know. So what's he gonna do? Is he gonna smack my Wind Fury man? No, he's not. So he must not be able to attack with this. I've never played that card, so I have no idea how it works. We'll thrall. Oh my god, of course. That's hilarious. Should I leave it? I gotta evolve it though. I can't deal with that. Of course. Well, at least he attacked the right thing. At least that thing attacked the right minion. Gorehowl. Fucking fantastic. I'm just gonna leave that thing up if he can't attack with it. Evolve here. Mana Tide down. And I'm not even gonna play my Primal Talisman yet. Sorry, people outside. Okay, I Mana Tied it in my Weasel Tumbler. That's good. I would have been very upset if I drew that next turn. Okay, there we go. Wicked Witch Doctor. So now I could go for something here. Fill my board up. Keep going. Keep the train going. 2-5. No. Well, charge into face with it. Almost forgot to do that. One more. Something good, please. Taunt, something. Oh my, amazing. That's perfect. And this should be it. I can get my Bloodlust next turn. He doesn't have enough with his Gorehowl to take out Rin. That's fine. That is fine. He thinks he's okay now. He doesn't know I got this blood. Oh, shit. That is... Oh, okay. Lightning Storm. Get rid of all of that. What do I got? Can I? No. Primal. What do I do? Should I need to... 5 or more. So he's got the attack with this thing. So he can take out both of these. Should I allow him to do that on his own terms? No, I need to get rid of that thing. Oh, Rin had 6 health, right? Yeah. Okay, and then we'll leave it because I want the taunt up. Oh, and I didn't even realize my healing totem. I'm thinking all over the place. Still takes out Rin. That's okay. I'm gonna get a seal. I'm running Warlock Legendary stuff now. That's where I'm at now with this deck. And that's it. That should be game. Right? Bloodlust it. Do I want to evolve any of this first? No. I just want to Bloodlust. 3, 6, 9, 3, 6. There we go. Boom. Easy. Okay, cool. So that's this deck working. Obviously, the matchup favored me, probably. But that's it in casual. Will it work in ranked? Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. There's going to be a lot more Hearthstone content coming up while we lead up to the new expansion and during the expansion. We're going to be doing a giveaway during the expansion. There might be one prior and one during, so just subscribe and you can look out for those videos that will notify you of such. And yeah, if you want to comment on these decks, let me know your thoughts. Please do down below. Thanks guys.